Welcome to Picture Perfect. This video will show you the step-by-step process to setting up the black booth. We'll show you where the items are stored with each step so you know where to find everything. You can watch this video in its entirety before starting your build, or you can pause between steps and build with us. Let's get started. Empty the frame bag and set the contents aside. Flip the frame over and note the two pole legs with blue strips around the tips, indicating the front of the booth frame. Place a stilt in each frame leg. Using the straight edge of the pin the stilt into place, making sure the bolts and pins face toward another frame leg so they don't catch on the tent cloth. Once all four stilts are pinned into place, flip the frame back over and grab each leg on a short wall of the frame. Open the frame by pulling outwards and backwards. Lock the frame in the extended position by sliding each of the four corners up and over the silver button until you hear a click. Next, you'll place the three flat bars to create clean edges on the roof. Place the bar securely behind the head of the screw provided, and repeat this for all three sides. Shake out the tent cloth and find the logo. Place each hand in the top front corners of the cloth, and grab the rest of the tent through the cloth. While keeping your hands in the front corners of the tent, toss the cloth over your frame. Place the front corners of the tent over the frame edges, and stretch the cloth over the rest of the frame. Pull each corner tight, and pull any excess cloth toward the back wall of the booth to create a straight line across the top and front of the booth. Grab the center cross section of the short wall and, with one hand, lift the two legs off the ground. Pull down on the stilt and extend the frame leg until you hear a click. Switch the hand that's supporting the frame and use the other hand to extend the second frame leg until you hear the locking click. Then repeat the process on the other side. Now that the frame is up, this is your opportunity to move the booth and straighten the frame legs. Place the booth against a wall for stability and double check that each leg is perpendicular to the floor. Place each monitor support in its corresponding colored slot and pin it into place. Pick up the monitor with the screen facing you and clip the safety cable to the frame. Follow the natural angle created by the safety cable. Keeping one end of the monitor supports high and the other end low, slide the frame legs into the brackets. Carefully straighten the monitor and rest it on the center joints of the frame legs. If needed, pull the frame legs closer together so the monitor rests securely. Pin each monitor support to the frame, making sure that the pins face toward another leg so they don't snag on the tent cloth. Clip the light chains to the top of the frame, above the monitor. Plug the round end of the power cord into the back of the light. Drape the plug connection of the power and extension cord over the monitor supports to prevent the light from changing angles and to relieve the pressure on the port end of the cord. The light should be set to 100% power and 100% white light. Once these are set, leave the knobs in place. When you're packing down, simply unplug the light. The monitor takes three cords to function properly: the HDMI or VGA cord, the USB cord, and the power cord. Plug each cord into the corresponding shape on the back of the monitor. The HDMI and VGA cords control the image, so if your screen goes blank, check this cord. You will use either the HDMI or the VGA at the event, but not both. The USB controls your touch sensitivity, so if your monitor is not responding when you touch the screen, check this cord. The last is the power cord. This brings electricity to the monitor, so if the screen is blank, with no lights on, check this cord. To hang the screen cover, slide the short round pole through the top of the cloth, making sure the same amount of excess hangs off each side of the pole. Feed the monitor through the large lower hole of the screen cover, making sure it is completely behind the monitor before moving it up and feeding the light through the top hole. Drape the round pole over the top of the frame. Use the Velcro tabs on the side of the screen cover to wrap the cloth around the pole legs to hide them completely. Be sure to repeat this on both pole legs.
Next, we're going to install our light diffuser, which goes over top of your LED light, and it's going to make it so that the light isn't as harsh and makes the interior of the photo booth glow.
Slide the light into the diffuser one side at a time. Then tuck the flaps of the diffuser behind the screen cover. Leave the diffuser pulled away from the light. The further from the light it is, the better it can spread the light around the booth. Your main camera is the HD 1080p Logitech webcam. Drop the USB end of the camera behind the monitor in the screen cover. Open your camera and place it on top of the monitor so the front edge rests in front of the monitor label, and form the back of the camera to the monitor. Remove the computer and power cord from the box. The computer will rest on the ground throughout your event. If you're outside, please place a box under the computer so it isn't resting on the ground. Plug the round end of the power cord into the port labeled 19V. Then plug the HDMI or VGA and USB from the monitor into the computer. Finally, plug the camera's USB into the computer. The printer also uses a USB and power cord, just like the ones for the monitor. Plug each cord into its corresponding slot on the back of the printer, and then plug the other end of the USB into the front of the computer. Plug all the electronics into your power wheel. When you're ready, check the connecting cords on the back of the monitor and drop the tent wall. Turn on your printer and open the front. Attach the paper wheels if necessary, and drop the paper roll into the base of the printer. Follow the blue arrow to feed the paper over the first metal bar. Then follow the imprinted arrow to feed the paper behind the black plastic plate until you hear 2 beeps. Press the fed paper firmly against the printer and spin the paper wheels toward the back of the printer so the paper roll is tight. When installing the ribbon, you'll attach the teeth side of the roll first, then clip the other end into place. First, we'll match yellow to yellow. Lock the teeth into place, and then press down on the yellow end of the roll to lock it into place. Place the lower roll using the same method. Spin the yellow end of the ribbon toward the front of the printer until the ribbon is tight. Then, close your printer. The printer will self-align and print 5 blank sheets of paper. The pole covers will disguise the exposed frame legs and cross-section. Attach the top Velcro strip of the pole cover to the corner Velcro on the frame. Use the Velcro tabs to tightly cover the frame leg with the pole cover and tuck in any tabs. Then repeat this on the other side. Drape the frame wrap over the top of the short wall of the frame and secure it using the same method as the pole covers. Slide the long round pole through the top of the door and stretch the door out fully. Without knocking the flat bar, hang the round pole over the frame and flat bar. Move and straighten the door as needed. There are 2 holes sewn into the bottom of the tent cloth along the door frame. Slide one tent pole up through the top hole until the tent pole is fully extended. Insert the bottom of the tent pole into the bottom hole. Slide the doorway into the sewn pocket along the tent wall, and repeat this on the other side. The last step is to steam all the walls visible to the public during your setup, taking extra care of the front and the logo of your photo booth. This way, your booth is picture perfect for every event.